When it comes to AMC, have you ever pondered the reason why shorts just can't seem to win? What are the reasons that AMC continues to be successful, despite all of the negative press? Why is it possible that we are on the approach of surpassing all previous records? In today's discussion, we will delve deeply into everything that is associated with AMC, including the potential for a short squeeze, concerns around dilution, institutional buying, and the reasons why media narratives are always trying to instill fear. This will ensure that you do not miss any of our uploads. For instructional purposes solely, this video is being provided. It is not advice on financial matters. Always do your own research before making any investment decisions. Let's begin with this look at things from the perspective of Wolf of Ape Street. When it comes to a stock that is trading at $1.35, I have never seen so many people anxious about it. Due to the fact that the shorts were victorious, you would expect that they would just stop using social media. Despite this, the criticism persists. This encapsulates the current scenario in an impeccable manner. Skeptics and people who are considered to be haters have been forecasting that AMC will go bankrupt for years, expressing concerns about the company's amount of debt that it has already well managed. The narrative of dilution has been recycled an infinite number of times. In spite of everything that has happened, AMC is still going strong and expanding. The retail investors who are devoted to Ape Nation have demonstrated that they will not give up when they are tested. One thing that we have observed on a continuous basis is that whenever AMC is subjected to investigation, a flood of negative pieces floods the media sources. However, when AMC makes an announcement of positive news, stillness ensues. This has not occurred by chance. A significant number of media outlets are either controlled by huge financial organizations or hedge funds, or are influenced by them. As well as this, the narratives that they promote frequently benefit their own interests. This could be done in order to short particular stocks or to promote other stocks that they possess. They are rarely written with the intention of informing the general audience. They have been developed with the intention of manipulating perception and influencing trading algorithms. Year after year, we have witnessed forecasts that AMC is on the verge of filing into bankruptcy. Despite this, it has not taken place. The concern over dilution is frequently presented in a negative light. However, AMC has a long history of employing dilution as a strategic tactic. Through its assistance, they have been able to raise capital, improve their position, and even speed up their growth. Simply put, this is the reason why short sellers are trying to stop AMC from raising funds. They are aware of the potential of the company to use it. Instances such as Carvana demonstrate how negative narratives generated by the media can backfire, resulting in the crushing of short positions instead. Retail investors provide AMC with significant support. They are actively involved in the company's theaters and merchandise. Every purchase, from movie tickets to popcorn, contributes to the continued existence of the company, demonstrating the strength of the community it serves. Also, let's talk about other institutions. Institutions continue to purchase shares in AMC despite the widespread anxiety and poor coverage in the media. Considering that only 3 companies are net short and 12 have a mixed long-short attitude, it is puzzling that 347 institutions continue to hold long positions when dilution clearly has a negative impact on investors. A lot can be said about the numbers. The short-term investors are stuck because the only real possibilities for them to benefit are if AMC goes bankrupt or if practically all retail investors sell their shares. Long-term investors, on the other hand, clearly see the potential. Therefore, this results in a game of zero-sum for shorts. They are left powerless. And their fear is evident in the manner in which they persistently attempt to affect the manner in which their customers feel. Media publications that assert that AMC should never be purchased or that forecast insolvency frequently fail to take into account the fact that institutions are typically quite long. The truth is that these negative narratives may even be orchestrated by the long-side investors themselves in order to induce retail selling. This would make it possible for institutions to amass additional shares without driving the price up an unreasonable amount. This is a strategic game in which exercising control over perception becomes just as crucial as exercising control over the stock. Already the short positions are telling in and of themselves. We continue to see strong short interest numbers, that the number of days to cover is increasing, and that the cost of borrowing shares has reached astronomical levels, despite the fact that many shorts have reportedly fled the market. In addition, Michael Bird 2.0 brought to light the fact that certain shorts are returning 10 times the number of shares that are actually being traded, which is evidence that the system contains synthetic shares. According to reports, interest rates on loans for AMC shares have reached 1,001,200%. Even after a year or two have passed since the pinnacle of prices, demonstrating how highly expensive it is for short sellers to keep their holdings. As a result of the fact that tokenization and FTD resets have the potential to assist in lowering these costs, it is becoming increasingly difficult for shorts to continue operating in a profitable manner. Even with huge share offers, there is still a significant possibility that AMC will see a short squeeze. There is a possibility that billions of synthetic shares exist, which indicates that the distribution of supply and demand can still cause large price changes. The next squeeze could push prices past historical highs, possibly even into triple digits, according to analysts and tweets from the community. This is because AMC is continuing to dilute intentionally by increasing the amount of shares it has available. The underlying momentum, which is supported by both retail and institutional investors, creates the conditions for big gains that do not rely merely on a squeeze. The amount of money made at the box office is another important factor. Its core value is further strengthened by the fact that AMC continues to have success in cinemas, ticket sales, and concessions. Similarly, GME demonstrates analogous activity, with an increase in the amount of calls priced at $25, which provides a hint at upcoming breakouts. On the other hand, the fact that established financial players are struggling in this environment is demonstrated by the fact that brokers like Charles Schwab are experiencing losses. Some analysts continue to view naked short selling as a type of financial counterfeiting, despite the fact that it is still a significant problem. This might be further exposed and corrected by regulation and inspection, which would be beneficial to AMC and other stocks that are heavily shorted. Moving beyond the realm of stocks, market indicators such as gold and silver allocations are worthy of consideration. While most banks recommend a gold allocation of between 20% and 30%, family offices only keep 0.9% of their assets in gold at the moment. Once demand catches up with these suggestions, there is a possibility that prices will increase due to the limited supply, and businesses that are tied to these marketplaces, such as IMC, may observe significant benefits. Recently, the United States dollar USD has continued to suffer losses against the Japanese yen, which highlights the current dynamics of the market and creates opportunities for strategic investments. Insider action also contributes to the creation of an intriguing picture. AMC insiders were subjected to heavy examination in the past for selling shares. However, similar actions that have occurred in other corporations in recent times have mostly gone unnoticed by the reporting media. The prejudice in coverage is further highlighted by the selective reporting that has been done. Because of the low liquidity in certain markets, such as COMEX silver futures, early investors have the opportunity to capitalize on the potential for volatility. The path that AMC has taken is a demonstration of the power that can be achieved through the combination of retail and institutional backing. Shorts are facing a dilemma that is practically hard to overcome until the retail industry goes bankrupt or exits en masse. An increasing strength is indicated by a number of factors, including tokenization, dilution, and continued box office performance. Considering that AMC continues to receive attention from retail as well as institutional investors, the company is in an excellent position to experience significant price gains, potential short squeezes, and long-term growth. AMC is one of the most interesting stories in the market today because it combines the backing of the community, strategic capital management, and fundamentals of the market. I'm sorry, guys, but it is all we have now for you. Regarding the stock of AMC, what are your thoughts? Participate and share your thoughts with us in the comments section right below. You are appreciated for watching.